Hi Aries, hello, happy birthday, yay! I hope you have an awesome celebration, you guys, yay, whenever you're watching this, so cool. Aries, welcome to my channel, Universal Power Tarot. My name is Marthe. These messages I bring you here are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys, and myself as well, of course. Yes, I was very excited. Even 2 days ago, I was like, I need to do Aries. I want to do Aries so bad, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's their birthday, so... we have to do, or we want to do, actually not have to, we want to do the Aries birthday reading for you guys today. So it was really like pushing to come forth, and I was so excited. I was like, yes, that's right. I really want to do this. So I already pre-shuffled all your cards, right? Just a quick reminder, this is for people that are looking for personal and or spiritual growth. If that's not what you're here for, you're most welcome to stay. But just know that these messages can be very triggering, okay? So again, you're most welcome to stay. The others already know this. And it's a general reading, which means it may or may not resonate with you. Please only take what resonates with you and leave the rest behind, because that means it's for somebody else. It's not gender specific. It's not really time specific either. That means whenever you feel drawn to a reading, mainly via title or just because you're drawn to it, just watch it. There might be a message in there for you. Okay, you guys, you can also reverse the placements. That being said, dear Aries, thank you. That's your first card out. Ooh, you got the Two of Swords. Immediately I'm getting stalemate. So there are two forces at play here, and possibly a decision that needs to be made, possibly also truth that needs to be spoken here, because sometimes it's just not very fitting if we keep just fighting, like physically, and I don't mean like really actually hitting somebody, but I mean like the physical back and forth. Sometimes it is better just to speak on it and really just separate the two and just really sit each party down and be like, okay, what is it that you really want? And then the other one, what is it that you really want? And not trying to be offensive with this, but just like being, okay, this is how I really feel. I'm angry because this is how it really makes me feel. Like this is about emotions and underlying emotions, right? And instead of trying to really hurt the other person, really try to say, okay, I am hurt because, let's say, right? There is this beautiful thing by Rosenberg. Rosenberg is like about communication and about conflict management. That's a good one to practice. Of course you can't when emotions are very high. That is hard to practice. But once you start to, like Marshall Rosenberg, that's a really good technique. You might want to look into that, okay? But not when the emotions are high up there. That's no good, because then you'll just be like, it's very hard to do that. So sit each party down, could also be internal, and really ask, take time to really find out what is really going on here. What is going on beneath the surface? Yeah, yes, Aries, this is you. This is absolutely you. The Nine of Pentacles. That's what's going on beneath the surface. You're so rich, so abundant. Why would you fight? Why would you fight? There's no, you've got it all. You've got everything here. Everything. Nine of Pentacles is so beautiful. Such a beautiful energy, right? Yeah. So abundant on the inside, possibly also on the outside. Very, very cool. And you worked for this, right? This is nothing that you were just born with and it was just handed to you. No. Aries really worked for that, right? And hence, man, I don't have to tell you where I'm coming from, is what I'm getting here. I don't have to tell you where I'm coming from. I just walked a long way, and I do not want to fight like this. I don't. And I do not want to have to explain myself to you, as for some of you, what I'm hearing. I do not want to have to, or keep having to explain myself to you and where it is that I'm coming from and why I am so abundant now. I do not want to keep having to explain that to you as well. Yeah, Six of Cups. This is reminiscing. This is nostalgia. Past stuff. So there could have been a separation. It doesn't have to be, but there could have been a separation. So because of the fighting that was going on, and because of the repetitiveness of the nature here that I'm picking up on, It could also mean that you're reminiscent, that you're with this partner still, and that you're reminiscent about those times like when you started off, you know, how you have butterflies in your stomach and how everything is just so beautiful and so innocent, and because there's so much love. And now something else is happening right now, which might not be that comfortable, and you're being called to the basics of things here again. You're being called back to the basics of things here again. What are the essence? Yeah, totally. It's much like with these 6 cups here, is what is the essence? It's like boiling down to, what is it boiling down to? Is that, you know how you make, when chefs and cooks make sugos, right? They boil the stuff for hours, right? For hours on end to really extract the perfect flavors, right? The perfect and the most condensed flavors, and that's what this is about, right? You're boiling your emotional world down to what it is really about. So in the beginning you have this a whole lot of stuff, right? And by looking at it, by being attentive to it, by raising the flame underneath, looking at it, it just boils down to the essence. And that's what this is about. It boils down to the essence of things. Thank you, Spirit. And that one as well. So you have the world. There's a cycle that wants to be brought to an end here and wants to be closed. And once you close it, that is very successful. It's very, very good for your life. Okay, very good for your life. But in order to close it, I think there's something that you need to understand, and it has to do with that boiling down process here. It does have to do with that boiling down process. And as soon as you boil it down, it will then explode almost into something bigger and into a greater understanding. So it's so interesting. It's first boiling down, and then it's like whoosh, almost like when a star explodes. First of all, it pulls back together like a supernova. I think that's what that is. Could be wrong, but it pulls back together, and then all of a sudden it goes like whoosh, and then you have this bright light for such a long time, although everything else is gone already, is what I'm getting here. Wow. Yeah, and this light is there for quite a long time, because we on Earth can't see that light, right? I mean, we can see the light, but we can't see the star, because it is just too far away. And this must be for some of you, because this is very, very specific. So I trust that some of you know what I'm talking about here. Okay, you have the moon, illusions. That's Piscean energy here. Yeah, there's something like the need to talk about. There's something that is hidden. And again, I'm getting that reference to boil it down. There's a lot of water, a lot of emotions, and you need to really boil it down. What is this really about? What are we talking about here, Aries? Like, what is this? And what is this really about? Who are you truly? Who are you truly? I'm getting that connection to the stars again. So there are different people I'm picking, or different groups I'm picking up on here. And for some of you, this is indeed in the realm of you are a star. You are a star, and your light shines eternally. And for others, this is just like talking about things that want to be uncovered still. Things that want to be uncovered still. And for that, you really have to dive into matters here. You really do have to dive into matters here to boil it down and really see what it is that we're talking about here. An offer of love, an offer of emotions with a Page of Cups here. Yeah, this could be you reaching out to the other person, if we're talking about another person here, and really being like, okay, I'm not quite sure what it is here. That's what you were saying. I'm not quite sure what your emotions are, but mine are such and such, but in a really good way, right? In a really good way. I like that. And you're very intent on that. It's like you almost made up your mind. It could be, in some cases, we could be talking about the other person here, the other person that has made up their mind already about talking to you. Yeah. And if we're talking about internal forces, well, then one of your internal forces is more ready to talk than the other is. That's what that is. Oh, wow. Yes. We have the Hierophant, Taurian energy. Now, several meanings again here. The first one is commitment. This is a highly committed thing here that we're talking about. If for those that are in a relationship, this is very committed, a very committed relationship, right? What I'm hearing is one that has been made before God, whatever that means to you. For others, it is talking about that you are that spiritual leader, and that sometimes people just enter and exit your life, and that is part of it, Yeah, and you know this, you're very aware of this, I'm getting that reference. I gave that before. So for someone with this chain, with this Mayan-like chain, I remember someone dropped it in the comments too after that. So this could be for you, okay? With a chain reference to you. Yeah. You're easily walking between the realms. You understand. You have a lot of knowledge, and you have the overview over a situation, and you know that there's more to that. You know that it boils down. You know that's right. So yeah, that's that. With the Seven of Swords here, we have that is sneaking away, like sneaking away from a situation. We could also be talking about betrayal, some sort of a betrayal that has happened. I'm not so much feeling this will happen. I'm feeling this has happened already. Like I just said, with the entering and exiting, right? That's what I feel here. And not everybody can follow on a spiritual journey with you, right? They can't, because it will just drop away, because the I don't know if it's the right word, but the discord between the two of you is just getting too big. Because and that's totally fine, that's fine, because that's just the nature of things. When one person grows a lot and the other one just didn't in that moment, then especially when you're on spiritual journeys, because so much tends to happen, then we just grow apart too much almost. It doesn't mean that this other person is gone for good. It just might mean for the moment they're not able to catch up. They're not able to understand what exactly is going on here. They might even perceive it as weird and as something that's too new for me, that's too out there for me, right? And that's okay, right? You can't force anyone to see anything, and you can't force from this perspective either, nor can you from this one, right? Yeah. So I'm more so getting the vibe of sneaking out, much more so than betrayed. But for some of you, it can actually feel like a betrayal, because someone that you've been with for a while is sneaking away from you, really not saying much, but being like, okay, Aries has gotten a bit weird on their spiritual journey. I'm going to exit this way, right? And again, yeah, that's the nature of things. You cannot expect, and I know this is a tough one, you cannot expect everyone to understand what you're going through. And as you might know, for those of you that have had spiritual experiences, it's you can't explain it, and sometimes you won't even want to explain that because it's so out there, and you know this yourself, right? You know yourself. I'm like, I know. I can't tell everybody about this because the people with the straitjackets are going to come and pick me up. Like, it's like that sometimes, right? So you sometimes are more inclined to keep it to yourself, some of the information, and some of the info is just for you to know and for you to work through in that moment, right? And again, I'm getting that dissonance, that people exiting. So you are in that process right now. You have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah, this was the other person. If we're talking about another person here, again, this could be internally as well. It's someone who wears their armor underneath. That's my card for that. So someone who might not necessarily show to you what they're really feeling, although it could be that they discovered part of it already, but not everything is what I'm getting here. They might have an understanding or an idea of what is going on within their own emotional world, but they haven't boiled it down yet. Not so much like you. They do not have that kind of an ability, okay? And again, this is not meant judgmental in any way. We're all on different paths, and even when we're on the seemingly same path, we have different stations. And even if we're really advanced in one area, we might be really lacking in another, okay? This goes for all of us. Like, show me the person that is all the way up there always at any time. If you know, drop it in the comments. I haven't met anyone that is always up there. I haven't. I have seen it like on social media, let's say, but you do not know the people like personally. You don't know what they're going through like behind the scenes, and they must go through stuff, otherwise they wouldn't be so advanced. It's just not possible. It's not something that you're just given and be like, oh yeah, here you go, and you'd be like, oh my god, you'd be totally like overwhelmed with everything, with the information, and not strong enough in that moment to receive all that, okay? So yeah, absolutely. So this is a path we're on. Okay, so now, Seven of Rods. Seven of Rods. You're working on it though. You're working on it. And so are they. And so are they. If we're talking internal, same thing, right? Both sides are working in their own tempo. In their own tempo. This is very important to understand. One is not better than the other. One is not better than the other. It's just different stations along the journey. That is very important to know for some of you. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to tell you something that is highly triggering, okay? And this is only for some of you, but regardless, I'm gonna say it, but I'm warning you, it's highly triggering. If you are wearing the golden armor outside, and if you're boisterous about it, that's not a good idea, right? If you're like, oh, I'm so advanced, that's not a good idea, okay? This is very specific for some of you, and I know this is highly triggering. That's why I was laughing, like I so love when I have to bring those messages, right? But it's important to know, especially that checking point sometimes, especially if you feel triggered by that, or if you feel like, oh my god, yeah, that's right, I've actually done that. They mean it in the best way. You need to know this, right? You need to know this. They mean that in the best way, because if you go down that road with, yes, I'm so super, I'm so I don't know, I'm so far advanced, then this is going to cause you pain in the long run, right? And it's going to have a damaging effect on what it is that you're doing along that path, okay? Very specific for some of you, okay, guys? I hope you understand what I mean here, and also where I'm coming from with this information, okay? Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes, you have the Four of Wands here. Four of Wands. I love this. Yes. This is back in harmony, right? This is when before a little bit off and maybe not knowing, and it's totally okay to feel that every once in a while. I just wanted to say that, and it's not in the realm of you should not feel good about yourself. That's not what I'm saying here at all. Please feel good about yourself and about your accomplishments along that journey. Please do, because those accomplishments, they are great, okay? But beware, again, for some of you, in connection with this other person, not to put yourself above them, okay? Good. So now, again, this is back into harmony, back into balance. So this is only a small shift of like, oh yeah, reminder. Yeah, I did that. And yes, thank you for letting me know, sort of a thing. I'll adjust that. It's nothing big, it's nothing major, but it's a good adjustment to make, okay? Because it leads you right back into balance, right back into harmony, right back into a respectful being together, existing together. That's what that is, okay? And for those of you, if we're actually talking about like a partnership here, again, same thing applies. This is very beneficial to your relationship here. Very beneficial to know and to see this. To know and to see this. Yes, because we're looking at it from a different angle and not from here, from our 3D standpoint. There's a different angle and perspective to this whole dynamic here. Oh yeah. It's coming to an end. Like the Ten of Swords, the feelings that you've had, Aries, which must have been heavy about this particular matter, they are coming to an end, okay? They're coming to an end. Yeah. Especially, this is so gorgeous. And also the other person might stop to sneak away. They might stop in their tracks when you change that approach, right? And this is like perfect contrast, right? It's like, okay, I don't know what to do anymore for some of you, right, Aries? I really want this. I really want this. But that small shift in perspective will give you this immediately. So like I said, it's just a small thing and it will click into place and then open, like Pandora's box is what I see here, right? It will open Pandora's box. It's much like what they're showing me is like, you know, a safe that has the thing to turn is like da 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 da, and it's only small adjustments, right, that will make that door open and be like push and release all the beauty. It's not that much that you have to do here. It's just a small shift. Okay, cool. That is so awesome. Okay, great. Woo. What I feel here for you now. I should draw a guardian angel card for you here is what I'm feeling. Which I'll do. For the in-between. Oh, yeah. Good. You have breakthrough. You have breakthrough, Aries. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. That is perfect. Okay, great. And now we come to the part where I would usually switch to the extended, right? But as a birthday gift to you, it is attached here. So you guys, happy birthday. And we're going to hop right back into it with a Rider-Waite deck here. What else do you want Aries to know, please? Oh, yeah. Reconciliation, happy times with the Three of Cups, right? So again, things are coming back into balance. You're going to feel very celebratory, very happy that you did so. For some of you, a small portion of you, it could also mean that the imbalance happened because a third party is involved. This is not for all of you. Definitely not for all of you. Please, this is in the past already, and you would have found out about that already. This is not something that is going to happen in the future, okay? And I'm really drawn to the hand here, like he's toasting with that other woman, not gender specific, but he has the hand on this other woman here, right? So this is for some of you. You could have, like in the past, dealt with that, a third party situation. For others, it's just, again, things are gonna resolve, and you're gonna feel very celebratory and very abundant, very abundant. I'm drawn to the Nine of Pentacles here again. Oh yeah, man, you went through it, like the sleepless nights and everything. Yeah. So this is denoting, again, this has several meanings, because I feel like I'm talking to 3 different groups here. I hope you can still keep up with me. I'm trying my best to articulate it in a way so hopefully every group is okay and can follow. So let's stick with the group where there was betrayal, actual betrayal involved. This caused you really sleepless nights and anxiety and wondering why it had to come to that, Again, you will find out as it boils down, because this is only the surface level, right? The betrayal is the surface level. There's a lot more when it really boils down. Why did it happen? What was the reason? Like, boil it down. There's more to that story, And also, when you are single and you're showing up as that Nine of Pentacles here, Aries, right? This is, again, like confirming what I told you earlier about you would not be the Nine of Pentacles if you hadn't gone through so much, right? You wouldn't show up as this. It's just not possible. So kudos to you for going through all this, and the hard times are about to end. Like very, very shortly, Aries, okay? Very shortly, just that shift. Yeah, I'm gonna end. Scorpio, death card. Yep, they are going to end. Absolutely. This is coming to an end. You're going to see the sun rising in the matter, whatever it is that you're dealing here with Aries. There's some stuff that you need to let go of, like I said, and that shift in perception again. I'm feeling like golden light. Surround yourself with golden light here, please, Aries. Golden light is going to be very beneficial to you. Just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and really imagine that golden light coming in, and showering you and cleansing you of anything that no longer serves you. Okay? Good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. You have the Four of Wands twice. Twice, guys. Wow. Yep. This is exactly where you're going. See this? Once you're through this death process that can feel quite excruciating, sorry to say, but that's the way it is, then you'll be at this one, right? Then you'll be at this one, at the Four of Wands again. And this is a quick jump, a really quick jump. This is, like I said, they're bringing back that image of the turning, just a little adjustment, and the door will fly open, and all this stuff is going to come out. All the gold is going to be available to you, right? Everything you've ever wanted. Like for some of you, this is more in the realm of spiritual currency, right? Not actual money. But I meant like abundance most of all. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, Three of Wands. You're reflecting, like, and you have threes, a lot of threes. Not a lot of, but they're underneath. Threes. Maybe this has to do with ascended masters. So maybe look into teachers, something like that. It's also healing energies. Three of Wands here is being really reflective, a lot more calm than where you came from. Yeah, you climbed that mountain. Absolutely, you climbed that mountain, and now you're here. You're like, okay, a lot more stable. Like that. We did that. Oh my God. Harry's like, we did that. Okay. And then you're just reflecting on what just happened. Yeah. Unhealthy attachments, the Devil card here, right underneath the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you had to go through a lot, and you had to get rid of a lot of unhealthy attachments. Now, these can be addictions, it can be codependency, it can be anything that is really not serving you, and that's in balance, right? In balance, that is more like this, and you're supposed to bring it back into balance. But that's what has been bugging you so much. Now this could be vice versa too, right? Very victorious with the Six of Wands here. Wow. Oh my God, look at this, guys. I need to show you. That is so dope. Look at this. Okay, see, the death, like that's you basically in death process here, being like, ugh, like this, and still riding forward. And then you're like, look at this, look at the difference. Very victorious, like the skin's back on, all the muscles are back on. Like you'll feel so good. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel reborn. Reborn is what I hear. Reborn, they keep saying that. You'll feel reborn and very victorious, and people are going to look up to you. How did Aries pull this off? How did they pull this off? How did they do that? And maybe that will stay your little secret, and maybe you'll share it with people. Who knows, right? But this is like, yes, I'm here now. I'm good. When before you're holding that wand and be like, I need to take a breather now and reflect on everything, you're now like on your horse and having that victory, I don't know what it's called, that victory ring made out of stuff, green stuff. I don't know how you call that, but you know what I mean, like laurel something. It stands for victory anyways, right? And you have that on your head as well. So very victorious. This is very, very good stuff. Oh my goodness. Yes, mate. You got the lovers. That is so beautiful. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And you've got healing underneath the bottom of the deck. Aquarius energy. Wow. That is so dope. So the lovers, and this is your last card I hear. The lovers. Wow, this is the cycle that wants to be closed. For those of you that are single and plan on staying single, it's like that alignment between divine feminine, divine masculine, right? For others, it's either something new that is coming in, or really the reconnection with a past partner, or in a relationship, it's that reconciliation with your beautiful partner and really seeing, yep, this is my divine partnership here, right? Like I said, this is very successful, very successful. The cycle is being closed. You need to, however, shift your perspective a little bit, only a little bit. Again, that connotation to Pandora's box here, guys, okay? Interesting, very interesting. I love it. I love it very much. Again, that spiritual connection here that I can feel very much, very much. All right, you guys. Perfect. Well done, Aries. That's good. You're almost there. Although it may not feel in that situation like that, but it's only a small adjustment from your side. Cool. Now, you guys, we're going to draw from the Shamanic Oracle deck. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, yeah. You have love, you guys. Love. Are you kidding? That's incredible. Wow. Wow. You have the Rainmaker also. Rainmaker. Love, by the way, with the number 5. And the Rainmaker with the number 6. Wow. I mean, 42 breaking down to a 6. And you have Earth. Earth. With the number 17 breaking down to an 8. So 5, 6, and 8. There's a jump, definitely. A jump. With love, this is talking about unity, and it's talking about being kind to yourself and to others, definitely. You have a very, very gentle heart, and it radiates out, and it wants nothing but that. It wants nothing but that, but to radiate that love outside into the world. That's the purest, that's what it boils down to. That's the boiling down part. It wants really, what your heart really wants is nothing but love. Nothing but love in its highest expression. That's what it boils down to. Aww. Yes, that is beautiful. Really, really beautiful. That's that. And you're guided right now to undig those parts. Like really, really get down to them. Like really boil it down to what it is really that we're talking about here. This is really pointing back to the beginning and to the topic of the whole reading here. There's so much more for you to discover and feel, and the closer you get to that, the more your heart will open and radiate that beautiful unconditional love outside onto the world. And we're also tying in again here with nothing is better than the other. I know this is really hard to understand from a 3D point of view, especially when you're in those situations, like from own experience. Even now, sometimes I would get so upset until I remind myself there's this other perspective, or spirit would remind me, like, hey, Marthe, it's time to look from up here, not from down here. It's almost like, you know better, mate. Just look up here, right? There's a lot more going on. And that is definitely a process to understand. And even when people, you feel they did something to you, you need to realize we are all one. We are all we are all the same, basically. So you have lived their life. They have probably lived your life. So as you do to someone else, they do to you. I don't know if that's the correct sentence here, but man, how do we translate that? Treat another as you would like to be treated yourself. Treat another as you would like to be treated yourself. And this is also in the realm of people can only see and love to their abilities and to their own limitation. And this applies for all of us, no matter how far advanced we are or believe we are, right? There's always more, because this is so expansive. That's what that is. Oh man, there's like, yeah, love, unconditional love, yay. And I'm like, okay. Okay, we get it or not get it at all, I don't know. So yeah. Oh man, this is such a journey. Okay, now here, the Rainmaker is talking about your abilities to manifest. You are a great manifester. And hence, again, you need to be, that's why the warning came up earlier about don't be so boisterous. Don't think that you're better than anybody else. And this could only be a little bit, right? Wow, this is so good. I like that they're saying that. I really do. Because this is so important, because then we manifest this, right? If we're in that realm of I'm better than the other person, because I'm light, darkness is bad, which it is not, it's in that realm, and then you manifest thinking something is bad when it is not. You're really being called here to see things with the eyes of the divine. With the eyes of the divine. And this is only for your highest good and highest expression. That's why they are saying this, right? Because that makes life a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to share an experience that I've had where I was for a good week in a complete space of love. Like the divine would allow me to see with their eyes almost. And I feel a little bit insecure in sharing this right now, but they're really pointing me to this. And there was a lady at a store that I had troubles with because our chemistry just wasn't right. And when I walked in there and being all like almost on drugs, because it was like, oh my God, I love everything. I love the socks. I love this and that, right? And I loved everything and everyone. It was crazy, in the best way, right? But I was like, I can't exist like that. It was just like that. I can't exist like that. How do I do that? I'm a human being. How do I exist like that in this world? And anyways, that when I was in that state and entered that store, and she would come at me with all that stuff that would have been very triggering for me before, I was just like, yes, because I could see and understand that it has nothing to do with me at all, that it was her stuff, and she was projecting, and so was I before, just not in that moment, right? And ever since then, ever since I had that experience, I do not have a problem with her any longer. It's crazy. And that solved a bunch of other stuff for me as well. And that's, I feel, where they're trying to get us. And we're on very different stations on that journey, right? On that journey towards unconditional love, towards what it really means to love unconditionally. Wow. Cool. With the earth, ground yourself. Really ground yourself. Some of you are really called to take baths, spiritual bath, like cleansing bath, like with salt or whatever you would like to do. That you, in your opinion, is spiritual or cleansing. Really connect with the earth as well. For some of you, you might want to go swimming, like put your head underwater. Yeah. I see that sunset again. Sunset on the ocean. There's a specific sunset on the ocean or on a lake, something like that. Very specific. Third eye opening. You will understand. It might even happen. You might even have that epiphany for some of you. Very specific. You might even have that epiphany, like looking out in a very relaxed moment of yours where you're just not thinking about anything, and then it just hits you all of a sudden like, oh my God, that's it. That is it. You know those moments when we're just like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see this before. And then it's so clear and you're like, okay, now I know where I need to go. Now I know and understand where it is that I need to go. Yeah. And when before, what I see is this here, when before your mouth was almost closed is what they show me, or when you couldn't speak on things, you will then be able to speak on things, but not just speak, but make that connection from the heart. Speak from your heart. This is how I really feel. Again, in the realm of boiling it down, this is how I really feel. I'm actually hurt by this, and I would love for the other person to love me. I would love for myself to love myself. So important. And I'm finally able to speak it or start to speak on it. You do not have to have the ability right away to speak that way, right? But these are, again, steps in that direction. Wow. Wow, this is a powerful reading, I feel. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Wow, yes. With the stars, the star ancestor. Yes, maid. Yes. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Oh my God, yes. Wow. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Gorgeous. Oh, and you have the she-wolf. Unleash the wild within. That is beautiful. This is so interesting because it's again that very high up there, but also very grounded, right? That up there and yet that earthy, air and earth, air and earth, star ancestor. Wow. Okay. Star ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. Heed the messages coming directly from your soul. The star ancestors is a Native American term for extraterrestrial light beings who are dedicated to the healing and growth of the world. These incredible beings are divine embodiments of love who bring wisdom from the higher realms. Often people feel a sense of connectedness when they look up into the night sky and see the stars. I believe that's because they are remembering their starry connections, and those are what this card represents. The star ancestor is reminding you that you have otherworldly support and that your friends from the stars can help you if you are willing to be helped. They can support you in connecting with and following your soul's deepest calling. Oh my God, yes. There is a deeper purpose to your human journey. Not only were you born on purpose, you were born for a purpose. You were born to be a bright light in the world, and there are supporters out there in the universe sending waves of energy to guide you at this time. Information and inspiration that has been coming your way recently is not new information, but memories. Your feelings of being drawn in a particular direction are the awakening of an aspect of your soul. You're being drawn towards a road that will not only light you up, but also help you light up your corner of the world. Yes, please. Awesome. That's so good. Continue following the cosmic guidance that is coming your way. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love this. So beautiful. And the she-wolf. Oh my God, I love this so much. Unleash the wild within. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. The she-wolf is a powerful shamanic soul who is half wolf, half woman. She is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or in this case, pack. She is wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what you need to do to express your true self. Yes, the boiling down again, right? You're being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within help you track down what direction you want to go in, and don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom and your growth. The life you want is here. Yes, yes, this is total confirmation. Nice, really nice. Good. Aries, yay! One more guardian angel card. I'm like, yes, I'm pumped. This is so awesome. Oh, love. You have the guilt card. Guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you. Expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. Oh, I love this. Thank you. Thank you. That's so gorgeous. I really love it. Aries, I really hope you have a wonderful celebration with everything that you could possibly wish for. That is so fantastic. Happy birthday again. Much love and light, you guys. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.